Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know how we get into it, so let's just go. Thank God Eagles had turned it around, even though we played against the blind Las Vegas Raiders. But let's just get into it. Today is going to be about guns, just a real quick video. Because, of course, the Brown University shooting happened, and you know, the same play card always happens in the media. They always like to wait and see, what I'm saying, who did it before they react, right? And isn't that some shit? They have to wait to see who did it. Really, they mean the ethnicity of the person before they can have a response. Because let's just wait to get all the facts. But waiting to get all the facts just means that they have permission to respond the way that they do every time a certain person from a certain community does a crime, right? So let's just take it through the racial color lens. Like every time a black person commits a mass shooting, even though we know statistically it's unbelievably rare, what happens? It's like, oh, there's an indictment on the black family. We need more policing. We need more jails. Horrible criminal black people doing what they always do, right? If it's a Muslim person, oh my God, it's an attack on Islam. They hate Christians. Let's do a Muslim ban. Let's, the same response, terrorism, terror alert on high. You know what I'm saying? If it's someone in the trans community, oh, there's a trans agenda. Oh, we need to stop transition surgeries. We need to stop resources and criminalize what it is to be trans. You know what I'm saying? Like, then God forbid us if an immigrant, oh my God, let's close the borders, get them all out, rescind immigrants that are here legally. Let's just use everything cruel. But if it's a white person, oh, it's a lone wolf. There's nothing that they could do. Oh, we had a battered and torn childhood. What could have happened to make this perfect white child just flip? What could have happened possibly? There's nothing our community could have done. There's no social responsibility. There's nothing. It's not about the rhetoric he hears from church or white supremacist groups or what he learns in school or what he sees on the media or the statistical fact that like white people commit more mass shootings than any other group. It's a uniquely American white person problem. But however, no macro reaction, no macro response ever. And it just quickly goes away. If it was any other community, we all know how it responds. But I digress. That's not what this video was about. This video was about something about gun violence in general, about it being like almost a uniquely American problem. And I feel like we don't look at it from a certain perspective, and I'm going to try and bring one to it. So I think only one of two things can be true when considering the American gun problem. So let's just define it out. The American gun problem is like so unique that we have like more gun deaths than the rest of the world combined, right? We have more firearms in this nation than almost the rest of the world combined. We have more people in jail for guns than the rest of the world combined. We have more murders, homicides, suicides than the rest of the world combined. So the United States, regardless of our policies on guns, has a gun problem, a gun problem. We have more mass shootings or guns everywhere. No matter if you think it's a rural problem or an urban problem, even though people seem to think guns are only a city problem. No, like if you look at the violent places in America, of the top 10 cities that are violent, 7 out of 10 of them are in red states. If you look at the states that are the most violent, 6 out of 10 of them are red states. So it's just like the problem is a conservative problem in America a lot of times, but I digress. So, us having all these issues relative to the rest of the world can only have one of two things be true, right? It's either the fact that guns are the problem, right? The fact that the United States has such lax gun laws and the access to guns so easily. And then even when other states have tough gun laws, they can just go right across the street to the border state, the red state that has no gun laws, and just bring them in, which is like literally what happens in cities like Chicago and New York. Some of the gun issues they have are literally because of lax gun laws from neighboring states. I was like, however, either it's the guns are the problem that are just somehow triggering all these murders and crimes, or it's the people, or it's something unique about American society, American laws, American social structure that somehow permits all of this shit from happening. Nothing else can be true. It can either be one or the other. It's either the people and the culture and society, or it's the guns themselves. And what has been the number one argument is that even gun activists are like, it's not the guns. They literally say like guns don't kill people, people kill people. So they have volunteered the argument that it's not the presence and proliferation and easy access of guns that causes this. So what is it saying? It's saying that there's something unique about Americans that makes us murderous. Because what you're suggesting is that every other country in the world could increase their gun access and then murders wouldn't increase. Like, if you're suggesting that it's not the culture and access to guns, then you're suggesting that if there were as many guns in the rest of the world as there are in America, that murder rates wouldn't increase. I think no one would suggest that. That's pretty dumb. Right? I was like, but in order for Americans to somehow free themselves from guilt and allowing these ridiculous gun policies, they're willing to suggest that there's something inherently unique about Americans that make us violent. And I think the thing that makes people comfortable about that is because they say, oh, well, it's an urban problem. It's a city problem. It's a black people problem. So you're okay with the gun issues if you think like you can blame black people for it. Like all all the problems, all the crime, everything sometimes was black. So like now all the gun deaths, like that's what's going on. It's racism. It's racism that enables us from really having like an ability to actually do something about things that hurt us. We can't see that guns are the problem. We're saying something's unique about the American people that's the problem. But then not us. It's those other people. But we still need the guns to protect us from those other people that are the gun problem. Like what the fuck? Let's just get out of this shit for once and for all. Until next time.